let's get started. So in our entire 7 weeks journey for data engineering part, coming to data factory, please open your day-wise notes that you are maintaining. Of course, you're getting the complete notes every day, but you hope you are maintaining your own keyword based notes, right? Keyword notes, running notes. And let's recap. Let's summarize what we learned so far till now. Yes, friends. So here it is. We call it as keyword checklist. Yes, friends. So before last week and until today, I'll just put this way, otherwise how to's. Come on, friends. Firstly, what we learned: how to create Azure account. Then how to create Azure subscription. Right? What next? Then what else we learned? How to create resource group. Here. Yes. Okay. Then how it's all the practice items that we learned apart from the theory. How to create Azure SQL Server. Then how to create Azure SQL Database. What next? How to create? Please everyone. How to create Azure
SQL pool.
Exactly. Please check your observation notes in the meantime. Please help me. What next we learn? Please, I'll wait. What next we learn?
Linkage services.
How to connect and operate from your PC, right? From your computer, isn't it? The tools, using the tools, we learned it. Okay. Then what else we learned? How to create
Linked service.
No. We did some activities, right? Data
storage.
Yeah, how to create Azure SQL pool tables, right? How to define partitions, how to define distributions, and how to perform big data loads using copy method, and how to monitor live data loads, right? You remember 2 important DMVs we learned. Yes, joining those DMVs. Remember everyone, DMVs. Yep.
Yes.
We learned it. Then we understood the limitations of these activities, need for data factory, right? We stepped into data factory, how to perform or how to create Azure Data Factory. Just giving a recap to make it clear. ADF resource. Then how to define basic pipeline using CDT. Then how to create linked services, auto IR. Then how to create SHIR, right? Remember, please. Sorry, this SHIR. Hope you remember.
Self-hosted IR.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How to? I'll just put this otherwise. Self-hosted IR. Then how to use SHIR and auto IR in pipelines. Then how to perform incremental loads using upset. Then we learned how to perform incremental loads using conditional upsets, right? Remember this, yesterday's class. Yes. How to use lookup transformations. and how to use lookup with expressions and queries. Okay, these two are the major takeaways. Next comes something called CDC. Our later classes will do one by one. CDC we need to learn, and serverless pool we need to learn. Okay, next. Well, back to our track. After we learned upset, what else? How to implement file incremental loads. Okay, then how to work with binary copy settings. What's the purpose of binary copy? You remember, please, everyone? Please.
To detect the structural changes.
Exactly. To detect the structural changes, we have binary copy. Okay. Next. What else? After this, what else we learned? How to implement ETL staging, right? Remember this. ETL staging. Remember, please, everyone, please.
Yes, I.
What are the two types of logging? Reliable, best effort. Yes, you remember, please, everyone. Please, I'll wait. Reliable and best effort. Two types of logging. Okay. So here we also learned how to define data flow activity and how to orchestrate data using data flow activity. We learned with these examples. Then we learned how to perform or how to implement data cleansing concept, data cleansing activity. Hope you remember the other day, like we took one file data, we clean the data based on certain parameters. Hope you remember, please, everyone. Yes. The first example, right? First example of data flow, last week classes. Yes, hope you remember, please. Conditional split, expressions.
Yes.
Yes.
Fine, fine. Okay, next, what else? What's the next example we learned? Please check your notes.
Pool optimization.
Yes, brother. Yeah, but before that, I think we learned this one, right? How to implement aggregated data loads, right? Isn't it? Remember?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yes. Then how to use surrogate key and how to use derived column transformation. Okay. We also learned how to use debug cluster and how to use execution cluster. You got different modes of execution cluster. Then we learned about how to work with column name pattern. That example is very important. Remember this column name pattern, you got two options. Yes, you remember, please. Data deduplication example.
Column store.
Oh no, column name, like CY 2001, COL. You remember that example? Yes, friends, everyone. You got new row, new column, new values, column name pattern. Fine. Others, do you remember that? Pivot transformation.
Oh,
Pivot.
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
pivot.
Pivot,
I
yeah,
remember.
pivot we
Yeah,
required.
exactly. So then pivot, we got a new column, right? Column name pattern is
Yes.
there. You
Yeah.
remember that? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Technical. These things are important. We done deduplication of data. Okay. Then we also learned how to optimize ETL pipelines and how to implement data flow partitions and data flow broadcast options, and how to fine tune the ETL pipelines, including reliable logging, staging, and other concepts. I was giving the complete list of optimization activities. After we learn all these items, we learned how to monitor, right? How to monitor ETL pipelines and how to create or how to define metrics and alerts, and how to define action groups. What's the purpose of action groups?
To send the emails.
Exactly, link them to alerts, right? These items we learned in our earlier classes. In our journey so far, we also learned how to use storage account and
Yeah. Data lake.
ADLS storage, both with ADF, regular storage account, data lake storage account, both, and how to define parameters for linked service, and how to define parameters for data sets. These data set parameters came for lookup expressions and incremental load using conditional split. Okay, then we also learned how to use stored procedures with parameters in ADF. Then we learned how to disable, enable triggers, also called schedules, in ADF. Then how to deploy Azure Synapse Analytics. We learned it. Then how to create dedicated SQL pool in Synapse Analytics, and how to define stored procedure TSQL mode, stored procedure for big data loads, and how to execute procedures using pipelines, isn't it? Synapse pipelines.
Yep.
And how to trigger Synapse pipelines. Okay, these items we learned earlier classes. Next comes CDC and serverless pool and few more things coming up next. Please go through them carefully, whatever we learned so far till date. Before last week until yesterday, please go through them carefully Next, we are going to learn these items one by one. We'll do. And out of all these are important. Okay. See, main purpose of a data warehouse to store incremental data, aggregated data. Apart from that, deduplication of your data. I'll wait for some time. I think I'm missing a few items here. I'll write this one. We also learned how to create logins, how to create users, and how to set permissions. You remember, please? Yes,
Right.
we learned them
Yes,
earlier
yes.
class.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Anyway, I'll just put this way. So how to set the permissions? Then what else we learned? Apart from setting the permissions, we also learned how to add users to roles. I'll provide you some script today that gives you the information how to audit or verify permissions for given user. We also call it as principal. Remember, given security principal. We are a data engineer. We need to know who has what kind of permissions. Okay. Next, how to use login or how to use logins as usernames in ADF. We did that example as well. Login will be taken as username in Data Factory. We did that. And then we had the concept of how to create prompts for credentials in ADF. Whenever I publish the pipeline, I get a prompt for username, password. Then we have something called CDC serverless pool, something called Apache Spark pool. Okay, we'll do them slowly next. Tell me, can we have a friendly mock test today or tomorrow on all these how-tos so far till date? Please let me know, please. Your comfort. I'll wait, please. Tell me.
Yeah,
On
we
all
can.
these how-tos, when we can have a mock test, today or tomorrow? Please tell me. Your comfort. Please tell me. I'll wait.
Today we can do.
Yeah, we can do it today.
Perfect. We'll do. We'll start then. Yes, we'll start. Okay. Then we'll talk about these items next. Then we need to understand about something called logic apps for automation. For example, all these classes, we are manually starting the pool and manually pausing it, right? But in real world, we cannot do that manually every time. So there should be some kind of automation. Whenever we trigger the pipeline, pool should be started. When pipeline completes, pool should be automatically paused. Yes, are you getting my point, please? Everyone. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There comes logic apps, automations. We'll take that just like a trigger in MS SQL, just like triggers. Whenever you do something, something else should happen automatically. We use logic apps. We'll do. Well, let's have a small friendly mock test on whatever we learned so far till now. Then you shall proceed for the next activities one by one.